Hulu, the streaming service, has come a long way since its inception. It started off free, and I think I can remember them spending a significant amount of ad dollars on Alec Baldwin. But since then, it's become a powerhouse, and for me, it's a big chunk of change each month. I'm not even always like, I need to see a Hulu original, but I spend so much money each month on Hulu, I might as well. Hulu's original content has come a long way from basically just picking up people's leftovers, network leftovers that were canceled. But now, like most streaming services, Hulu has been coming out with a lot of original content, and I am here to break it down. Not all of it's good, but I do have a list of hand-picked, Kyla-approved shows. So today I put together my top 10 picks on Hulu's original series. In no particular order. So the first one I want to share with you guys is called Shrill, starring Adie Bryant, who is an SNL alum. It's all about her dealing with being a 30-something and navigating relationships and career, body image, everything that everyone deals with. It's an incredibly real show, but also hilarious. She deals with messy boyfriends. She's a journalist, so people online start to give her crap. And you also see her take more control of her life throughout the series, just the progression from season 1 to season 2. I haven't seen season 3 yet. Next up is a historical dramedy, and it is called The Great. The two main stars of this are Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult, which you know her from We Bought a Zoo and a bunch of other stuff. She's also Dakota Fanning's little sister. You know him from First Class and... okay, I mainly just know him from the X-Men stuff. Anyways, their chemistry on the show, it makes the entire thing. It's hilarious. The whole thing is poking fun at aristocracy and the flimsy relationship between king and queen. You do feel like you're watching a historical show where you're seeing the outfits and things like that. They didn't cheap out on that. It's beautiful. I love the costumes and the architecture of all the castles and stuff like that. They did a great job with that. For maybe 10 or 15 minutes out of the hour of the show, it's an intense vibe, but there's a lot of comedic relief throughout. So expect that. And it's also TVMA, so it's a little spicy. This one is called The Act, and it is starring Joey King, who is basically the Dakota Fanning of this generation. The Act is kind of a spooky one because it's based on a real story. The story starts off with her on trial for killing her mom, and then it plays out explaining as to why, and you would never guess. It's sad, it's intense, it's beautifully written and acted out by Joey King. She did an amazing job. I hope that's her name. Yeah, that's her name. Wow, okay. I'm not always great at that. I'm not always great with names. I will hey you somebody to death because I do not remember people's names. I'm sorry, I just don't. I can hardly remember what I had for breakfast. Now, if you're looking for something less intense, a comedy with a little bit of action, let's talk about an action-packed comedy. And this one is starring my guy Josh Hutcherson. And if you're my age, you know Josh Hutcherson has been in the game since Bridge to Terabithia type thing. He absolutely makes this show. It's hilarious, and it's got a very, I think, unique storyline and plot. But yeah, so the story is basically about Josh Hutcherson thinking he's playing a video game, and then the real people from the future come back and ask him to play out the video game. And so he's like, what? So the following seasons is him dealing with all the stuff that he's changed with the future and all that. So it's a hilarious ride. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And it's TVMA, so there's a bunch of like raunchy jokes and stuff like that. So it's perfect to watch with a guy. No shade to men, but they put that in there for you. She was in The House Bunny. She was in Two Broke Girls, Kat Denning. This one's called Dollface, and it's a comedy. Based halfway in the real world and halfway in this girl's head, and she's having a low-key psychotic break because she's going through so many things and feels alone. So we're seeing her process all this in her head with some really interesting graphics, characters that don't even exist in the real world that we get to see. I just love the framing of this show. It's also got a great supporting cast, so it has Brenda Song there. I've been wanting to support something from Brenda Song for a while now, and she brings the fashion, she brings the hair. Oh my gosh, her hair looks great. But not just fashion, you also get to see friendship and struggling with boundaries and all that good stuff. Number 6, another TVMA. This one's called MODOK, and it's actually a claymation. He's a Marvel character. They basically poke fun at the world and himself and his character, but while also putting the character through real things like divorce and raising his kids and being replaced at work, while also being an evil genius and coming up with shenanigans based on that. So it's a really enjoyable show. It actually has layers. That one's a really good watch. Oh, and it's funny. Did I mention it's funny? It's really funny. Okay, this one I'm just throwing in just in case you've been living under a rock. I absolutely recommend you at least check out the first season because it's an experience watching it. It's really intense. You've got to prepare yourself, but it's amazing. So the show that I'm talking about is Handmaid's Tale. This show is based off of the best-selling book. It's set in a dystopian world where men have figured out how to set up society the way they want it, make certain women just ovaries. The world is crazy, and it's following this woman who is a servant and is an ovary basically, and is being forced to be an ovary to this random couple. So that's all I'll say. If you haven't seen it, I know you're hooked. It's got Poussey in it from Orange is the New Black. And it stars Elizabeth Moss, if that means anything to you. I don't know if I'd seen her in... Okay, Mad Men. Yeah, I never watched that. So I think that was number 7. Like I said, this is in no particular order, and I'm trying to give you like a wave of action, drama, comedy. So I'm losing freaking track on my own list. Go stream this show. From me. Even if you don't even care. Just for 10 minutes, just put it on. Do me a favor. Because I do not want this show to get canceled. I think it's great. It's got awesome potential. So I know that it'll succeed if we can give it more than one season. Please, somebody watch it. It's How I Met Your Father. Is anybody watching but me? Is anyone? It is funny. It's good. It's not getting enough streams. It is starring Hilary Duff in her prime, looking great, looking snatched. And it's basically How I Met Your Mother, but supposed to be swapped with the main character being a woman instead of the guy. It's still got the same group dynamic where there's a couple in the group, and so there's a Lily Marshall couple. There's another couple in the group that's like an open relationship that I guess is supposed to be more like the Barney and Robin type thing. One of them is very sexually fluid, and she's played by Francia Reza, so I think she's supposed to be the Barney character, and she's the best friend. She's hilarious. Anyway, so Hilary Duff is meant to be the main character, and it's her following the story of how she ends up meeting the father. But right now, it's just her hanging out with this new group of friends that she's come to know. So yeah, the show has some stuff to work on, like with its framing, but I'm enjoying Kim Cattrall as the voiceover of the older version of the mother, explaining and being the narrator of each episode. I'm enjoying that. And Josh Peck is doing a great job as the love interest. I appreciated that they added a lot of color into the friend group this time. All right, so number 9. If you haven't seen The Mindy Project, then go stream it on Hulu. It's technically a Hulu original. It was originally airing on Fox, I think it was, but then they canceled it very disrespectfully. And Hulu had the smarts to pick it up, and it had several more seasons after that, and it was beautiful the way that they finished out the show. So it's a complete series that you can check out starring Mindy Kaling, writer from The Office and also an actress. It follows her as a gynecologist in a private practice and just the trials and tribulations of just being a 30-something woman and trying to have a career and also have love and also still have like a childlike spirit and not let life get you down, even though everyone is trying to shove you down. You see her go through different stages in life. You see her deal with her parents. You see her deal with her siblings. So it's just a bunch of relatable content. And it's probably on my list of one of the shows that I would always be willing to rewatch. This last one I'm adding in because you can definitely jump in on it, okay? Season 3 is about to come out, guys. So I'm putting you on. Don't say I didn't. If you liked Rick and Morty, then you're gonna love this show. This is Solar Opposites from the same creators as Rick and Morty and Gravity Falls. So basically the show follows these aliens, them having to assimilate, but not really assimilate. They're not hiding. You see aliens in ridiculous situations like disputing with neighbors, getting bad grades on tests, and goes left because they have alien technology. Have you seen all of these Hulu originals that I just listed out that are Kyla approved? Which ones are your favorites? I want to know how you rank them down below. So let me know in the comment section, and I am looking forward to seeing the conversation, which one you would rank as your #1 Hulu original. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like so that I can know to do more videos like this for you. And if you're not subscribed already, I recommend that you are because it is sporadic around here. I'll be coming at you with more entertainment content like this and maybe even some food recommendations coming soon. So again, make sure that you're subscribed and I'm so excited to do more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I love you guys and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.